Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Generic City. Now, before I load this up, I want you guys to have a chance to read these words, and pause it now if you want to read them. Otherwise, let's go to the map. Hopefully you had a chance to read that if you wanted to, because I have no intentions of going back to the level selector, so if you still wanted to read it and you didn't get to, your only option would be like to rewind or something like that, I guess. Anyways, right now we're in a suburbs area, which is where you start in. It's not the city that you saw in the thumbnail, but we'll get there eventually. But I figure if it starts us in the suburbs, let's look at the suburbs, which really aren't that nice. Like, every other house is boarded up. And I've never heard a realtor say, oh yes, this is a very lovely neighborhood. Your neighbor to your left and your neighbor to your right both have their windows boarded up because of how nice it is. It really helps the property value and makes you feel very safe in your house. No, never heard them say that. And if they did, you need a new realtor because they're insane and they just want to make some money off of you. This area right here, though, it looks a lot better. I don't know what it's supposed to be exactly, but it just looks a lot better than the surrounding houses. It's kind of funny. And then right next to it, you got the junky, bad-looking part of the neighborhood, right? Right here. Here it is. We can say, come home, and crash our car, and then we get stuck, unfortunately. So we gotta get out of that, reset about. And let's change the car as well, since we're changing things up or respawning or something. Let's use the Turbo Race version of the 200BX, and for the color, we're going to use cream because that's the color of speed. Go ahead and spin this around. Oh no, my bumper. Man, that's a good... Look, here's the BeamNG.drive challenge. Get into your, what's it called? Get into your driveway without scraping your bumper. There's a good challenge. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Oh, nope. I hit the bumper. Oh, I hit it again. This car is too low for this driveway. Like, obviously, if you really wanted to get at it, you'd have to come at an angle. I just wanted to see just how badly that thing would scrape. So if you're playing this seriously, you would go, oh my goodness, even coming at an angle, this thing it's just too low. You can't do anything. It's because it's the bumper scraping before the wheels even touch it. Like, you gotta be like, oh, come on. Get on the... Oh, scraped it. It's impossible. This car is not a good daily driver. I've determined that. Oh, wait, you could have backed it on maybe. I don't know. We're messing around too much on these stupid driveways. Let's go ahead and move on. So right now, we're gonna actually be making our way to the city that you saw in the thumbnail, or at least part of it, I think. Gonna fly a little bit in the process. And there's two ways to go. We could go on the road, or we could take a shortcut. Shortcuts are always fun, don't you think? Oh, we got stuck in a tree. That's not how the shortcut was supposed to go. We're supposed to fly to the city. So we got to get out of the tree. And let's see. Can we get enough traction? Good. To the city. The shortcut probably took just as long as the normal path. But it was a lot more fun. So it's got that going for it at least. And my car just exploded. I mean, what did I expect, right? So here we are in the city, and you can get a good look at the buildings around us. Oh, we're going to scrape our bumper. Oh, poor bumper. But I would say there's like maybe a dozen different building shapes that are around here that are that you can see, and that's a real rough estimate. But you will notice buildings that duplicate. For example, you see that building right there that's the light blue right there. There is another one of those right over this overpass. So if you look over there, boop, there's another one, and then there's another one over there. So they do repeat. It's not a unique building everywhere, but it's infrequent enough where you can kind of get away with it. Like right here, you do notice there's about 4 of that blue building all on this street that you can see. So yeah, maybe a little too often sometimes, but not terribly often. As for the buildings themselves, none of them appear to have any sort of interior. If you go inside of it, it's just blank. So you can't drive in them or anything, and I can't find any way you would actually legitimately get on top of the buildings. I just don't think it exists. So if you actually wanted to go on the building, you would need to teleport. So you have to hold shift, hit C to get into this mode, use WASD to move around, find where you want to go, and then hit F7. Some of the buildings, they have tops where they have a lip like this, so you really can't drive off of them with a normal car. You'll just smack into the lip. Some of them do not have that lip, though. Like this one, it doesn't have the lip, so you can just plop your car up here and you can just drive it off of the ledge if you wanted to. So we could go ahead and do that real quickly, although I think I kind of got the car stuck in the building. Nope, we're good. So we could try to go as fast as possible off of this, but it won't be that fast. So you go like that. Yeah, that was so fast, right? Maybe we'll make it to the other building. Ta-da! It's magic. I actually didn't expect to be able to do that. So there you go. You can see just how tall that lip is, though, compared to a car. Like, maybe a monster truck would be able to get over that, but that's about it. Let's go this way instead. I'm going to land on another building. That was fun. That's unexpected. I really didn't think I'd be able to land on buildings like that easy. I figured it would be quite difficult, but here I am doing it accidentally. I want to get to the ground. Please? Ground. Nope, I'm going to hit the other building again. Oh well. But yeah, the only way you could do something like this is through teleportation, unfortunately. There's no legitimate way to get up these buildings as far as I can tell. Which kind of sucks. There we go. That one's going to the ground. Finally, got it to work. Aha. I win. Or I lose because my car's wrecked. Either way, something happened. And there are some more unique buildings. Like over here, we have this guy who's at a newsstand. Look at his face. You can tell this dude's selling some dirty magazines on the side. You can just tell. If you wanted to, you could actually drive on this. And you kind of get stuck, but you can drive on it. Like, if you try to drive away from it, well, there's a fence. So, good luck with that. But you can drive on it if you really wanted to. It'd be a good, like, racetrack. Right here, just boom. Racetrack in the middle of the city. Done. No overtaking allowed because it's too thin. And no driving fast because if you crash, you're probably going to die. Because you got no sort of soft barrier or anything to hit. You're just going to hit the hard wall. Well, actually, if it was really realistic, you'd probably just plow through that, and then whoever's down on the ground below you would get squished. So yeah, there's that. What are some of the other more unique buildings? Oh, this one's actually kind of cool. You can drive under it. There's actually, I think, 2 or 3 of them that you can drive under because I've seen different shapes, but here's one you could drive under. It's like a parking garage or something. It's like, yep, here's my parking spot. I'm going to go park, and I missed. Because I got to scrape my bumper somewhere. So there we go, parked. You know, this guy, he riced his car out. He's a douche. He takes up 2 spots. All right, moving on. You also have some alleyways you could drive on. Right now, I've been mostly sticking to streets. There are alleyways you could drive on, and they're a little crazy like that. There's like literally a wall right there we flew off of to get down here. And then we have another one which you can drive under, which looks like the same one we saw earlier, so it's not really much to say about that. So we could respawn the car, keep driving. Most of the roads around here, though, are mostly flat, except for when they have bumps. Like right there, there's a real big, obvious bump is what I mean to say. But there's no, like, potholes or anything like that you need to worry about when you're driving along like this. It's a nice, smooth road, so it's good for drag racing. And then when you get to the end, you have something to crash into. You know, you could do, like, a mile-long drag race on some of these roads. It seems like they're so long. 110, well, maybe not a mile long, but they're pretty long. And then we could go bang when we're done. That's how you finish up a drag race. Carbon fiber hoods bouncing about. What else is there that's of interest? You know what? There's only one more building I can think of around here that would be kind of interesting to look at. And I just got to find it. Oh, here's an overpass. Those are kind of neat, right? Like, woo, I could drive under it and I could drive over it if I wanted to. We have a couple of fountains every now and then. Those are kind of cool. The water is not real water, though. It's fake. See, I could drive in the fountain. I have a submarine car. It's fake water. Enough of that. Not much is actually going to be accomplished, right? Just, again, looking at some of the building designs. Trying to find a specific building, but all the buildings kind of look the same when you're driving like, or you're flying like this until you find the one you want. I mean, some of them do have curves in them. Like the one we were driving on earlier. That's a curved building. But I unfortunately do not see the one I was thinking of, so I might just have to pass it up. But it had some stairs you could drive up, and that was fun to do, but now I can't find it. Sorry about that. Just, it's gone. So we'll go to a new area instead, which is right over here. It's a park. What a nice looking park. So we could actually drive around these roads some, so let's just plop the car right here. Bang. Get a fresh one. Let's get actually a car that makes sense here, so we'll get the front wheel drive turbo rally Corvette. Spawn that up. And we can drive around here some. So it's a rally course, basically. I mean, yeah, you could say, oh no, that's a walking path. And I'm like, and I'll tell you, this is not a walking path. This is a rally course. At least it is now. So you could drive around this some. There's no real course to follow because there's paths that like intersect each other. So you can say, I want to go left here or straight. But if you wanted to, I'm sure you could just make a scenario and say, this is the path. Or you could just make it on your own in your mind, like this is the route for the race. And then you follow that route. So you can say like, oh, gotta make a U-turn right here. So you, I don't know, because rally racing, you know, tight corners like that are a thing. And you can also say, all right, now we gotta hop, get like a little kind of crest that's not really a crest. Actually, and it ended up damaging the front right suspension, believe it or not. Now the car won't drive in a straight line. That's just like a nice little park over here you could drive on. Come on, go left. Go left. Yeah, it's too damaged to go left. I think that's a good idea of what this place is like. You can go over here, though. Drive around in circles. It's like a skid pad kind of thing right there. And I think, yeah, that's a good idea of that park. Not much else to say about it. But it's there, and I figured let's show it off. Now, maybe we could find that place with the stairs. Oh, no, but they found this place. It's just a bunch of, like, random-looking, I don't know what they're called. Buildings, I guess? Just buildings. Like, they might have a fancy name, but all I can think of is buildings. You could just drive through them and make it like a little gymkhana course or something like that. Except the door's not on this side. I got all mixed up. The door's on the other side, you idiot. Oh, yeah. Huh, that's right. You can have, like, go through the building, and then you pop out of the building to go into another building, to go out of it, to go into it, and you do something like that. And that could be the course. Or you could do something where you have to, like, weave. So you go 1, 2, weave over to this one. You can just make up a course and do some racing there. Oh, and break your door. Roll cage, though, keeping the body intact. That kind of looks creepy, like just a giant mountain. Like a landslide would ruin this city. That is a big mountain. And I just bottomed out a couple of times, and I rolled over. I did not expect that kind of crash to happen that easily. Like, I'm just not caring where I'm driving, and the next thing you know, I'm upside down, I'm flipping up, just doing all kinds of crazy things, and it's like, whoops, that was an accident. Again, this car is not good for street driving. Oh, there's the building I was looking for with the stairs. So you can climb the stairs and then crash. I mean, obviously that wasn't exactly how you'd want to climb them, because really you would have a bumper that you'd probably scrape. Like this. Scrape. Oh, I actually made it. And yeah, that's the building I was looking for this whole time. I found the other ones just in the process. I was going to look at the other ones eventually, but I wanted to do this one first. And you got the newsstand again. Wait a minute. I saw the newsstand before. Maybe this is a different one. Has to have been. Otherwise, it's the same exact one and I missed it. It was literally right next to me at one point in time. I hope that was a different one. I think that's everything in this section really that I would want to talk about. Some of the buildings do have like 3D to them. Like if you go to the roof, you'll see, oh yeah, that's a 3D object. So you can crash into the tops of some of these. Just want to point that out as well. But I think you've seen everything really. I mean, you got this building over here. Stuff in front of it. It's the park place. Except the park is nowhere near here. Outside of the limits, it's just greenery. Alright, now I want to go to somewhere else that's going to be taking a while to get to, and I don't know exactly which way I need to go, so I need to fly there. Or at least fly partially. Like if I go to a specific location, I can figure out which way to drive. So if I go back to where I was earlier, which is this road where I took a shortcut and flew and crashed, I could get to where I wanted to go. So let's go ahead and put the car here, and let's go for a drive. So I'm actually just going to go the exact opposite route that I went that time. And then we're going to go to another city area. Like this is a big map. It has lots of city areas. They all do kind of look kind of similar. Well, some of them look kind of similar, but there are a lot of areas. Actually, now that I think about it, there was another actual suburb area over there. But it seems to be pretty similar to this one, so I'm not going to bother and actually look at it. Same design of houses, same kind of roads and stuff. Just pointing it out, though. There's even multiple suburbs that you can go and, I don't know, do suburb things in. So I'm just going to go fast through here without a care in the world. Look at that beautiful power slide. That was actually really nice. No, my power slide. Too much power. Too much slide. Oh well, got a good crash out of it, so that's happy. So here's another city area, and the first thing I want to look at is these construction zones, which you really can't get into. Whoa! That was weird. I did not expect that. I'm not exactly sure what I even hit. Was it like I was driving about right here, and then weird. I can't even duplicate it. That was unusual. Something went wrong though. And well, my rear left tire actually glitched out, and I don't know how. Strange. Looks like there is a way into the construction zones. I thought there was. So you could go in here and be like, I'm in a construction zone. I can do stuff like this. It's like, why would you do that? I don't know. Because I can. Isn't that enough of a reason? If I can, I will. Then you can be like, I'm bored of this construction zone. Go to the other one. Okay, or not. Let's not go there. Construction zones are a silly place. You have 4 of them. All with similar insides. Nothing real special about them. No ramps or anything like that for extra fun. Just, you're a bunch of construction sites. Over here we have this building, which is unique. It's just like a monument more than a building, I guess. But one fun thing to do, and the reason I was flying to it instead of driving, is you can do this. You can drop your car on it from above. And hopefully I lined that up right. Yes. And it does a good job of kind of skewing the car. It's fun to do. And I think there are some different building designs around here because I don't recognize some of the ones from over there. Most notably that one I don't think I saw in the other area. So there are a couple of differences, but then again I see a lot of the ones I saw before. But it's just another section of the city. And if we really wanted to, we could go to another area that actually has unique buildings, but again, I got spun around and I gotta find it. Kind of like the industrial area, if I can figure out where it is. It's gone. Who took my industrial area? I don't know where it is actually. How strange. I thought it was oh, there it is. It's over in that area. Alright, let's drive there. Where's my car? Hopefully that's the same pillar that I was looking at earlier, right? No, it's not. Oh man, why did I do that? I'm all mixed up again. You idiot. There, that's the way I wanted to go. Right? There's a pillar there. Okay, good. So I'll plop the car here. And since we've done quite a bit with stock cars already, so if we really wanted to, we could go ahead and swap into a not stock car like this one. And we could drive this around instead, just to have some good variety in vehicles. And I think I've done enough with the stock vehicles for you to get an idea of what this place is like. So right now I got to find the way on to that road, and it looks like I got to loop around, and I did bottom out my car again. Because, you know, here I am, just trying to hop curbs to see if that's a shortcut. And whoops, bottom out my car. So let's see, go here, and perfect. I might want to change, like respawn my car though. I don't know if it's quite driving normally. I think it's okay, I guess. This is a very interesting street to have. That is very steep. Like, I'm surprised you would have a street that steep, unless it's just being crazy. Airtime, and wrecked the car. Oh, it's still driving. Keep going then. To the industrial area with you. Here we are. So, crash this thing up. Perfect. Whoa, that was an ugly looking crash right there. It stretched it out. But just a quick kind of look around at this area. It's like an industrial area, so you have all kinds of like stuff. WhyBeAre, you're a certified process technician. You can explain this properly. Yeah, but I'm lazy. I don't feel like saying, oh yes, this is a floating roof tank right here. I mean, you can't tell. It's not HD. I mean, I assume it's a floating roof tank, right? But I don't feel like saying anything. But you know, here's stuff. All kinds of stuff. Just looking around at it. Because, you know what? I don't feel like thinking about that right now. I'm still mad that I haven't got a job related to it. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. Here's a parking garage we could go drive in, though. For all the people who would work at the, you know, no, I'm getting mad again. Because I'm not one of the people who work there, even though I should be. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I hate you all. I hate all the local refineries because literally, like, everyone has said, like, nah, we can go somebody else. So I hate them all. But we could just drive up this thing. Just because it's fun. I am just tearing this car apart, though, doing this, dude. Like, this car is It's just shredded from me driving through this place. It doesn't like the lips one bit. Every time there's sort of lip in the road like that, oh, wrecking it. And it can't go right, so I just tear off my door right there. I mean, it can, but it didn't want to at first. I'm just going to take the shorter route this time instead of driving to the opposite end. Because you know what the inside looks like by now, right? And now we're on the roof, which would be a great place for a ramp. Unfortunately, there isn't one. Those lips are killers. They really are. I think a couple of more unique buildings over here as well, but not much else to say about that. Now, as for some of the more... Oh, one more spot I'd like to show. Actually, I forgot about this one. That hill with the bridge. It is a cool, crazy thing. So let's just grab the car, drop it over to here, and let's climb that hill. And then go over the bridge maybe. And then I think I got some bad news to show you about the map. Because right now I've just been showing you the cool parts. The unfortunate news is the map will never be able to be finished actually in the current state of way BeamNG.drive is, because it is like it hits the maximum amount of objects that could be loaded or something like that. Which means you can't add the rest of the details to the map to make everything look as full as the areas I've been showing you. So there's some like ghost areas where there are no buildings and stuff, which you kind of got a glimpse of before I decided to do this road. But I'll talk about that later. Right now I'm just resetting the car so we can go ahead and get an attempt at this, and then if I want to do another one, it's nice and easy. So we're just going to go full throttle, which is only 110 miles per hour, and try to fly a little. So there we go. We're flying, and we're going to actually land on the... Oh. Well, that was an interesting way to go. And now we're rolling. Guess I don't need to hold the gas pedal anymore, eh? So there we go. I want to actually do this again with a car with some different gearing though. So I'm going to do 390 GTR. And the reason for that is because this one has a higher top speed, which means we can have some more fun after this part. So what we're going to do is we're going to go slow in the first section and then fast in the second section. So we can get an exiting speed that's really high, which means we will be able to fly eventually. Just bear with me here. So right here. Slow, and now accelerate. Keep it stable. Perfect. And then we're going to be crashing, so I'm going to go switch back the camera. Kind of go over here. Good, good. Now we get to fly. And now we land, and, well, there goes the magic of flight. It's gone. We just wrecked the car again. So I think that's about all I want to do with that crazy bridge, so we can drive down it one last time, and then we can move on to a new area. So just slow, slow, fast, and keep going fast, and we're going to fly a little bit for fun. Beautiful. Come on, do a full roll. No. Oh well, it was something. Goodbye. Going back to what I was mentioning, though, I think I mentioned it. The ghost towns where there's no buildings. Here's one of them. It's a small section. No buildings because the game engine cannot support that many buildings, to put it simply. It can't do that, so it's impossible. The next place I want to look at, I believe, is over here-ish. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. It's the ridiculously long road. And it's called that because it's so long. Like, this road is crazy long for being just in the middle of a city. It's cool, but crazy. So to do this, I'm going to go ahead and pull out a modded car. I'm going to get the 22B so we can do it in like a reasonable amount of time, because I need that turbo to get moving. If we don't have the turbo, it's like forever. So we could just fly it if we wanted to. I'm just trying to get to the end. Ah, spinning, spinning, spinning. Oh, well, we're pretty much at the end right about now, though, so I think that's good enough. So we'll go ahead and set the car here, reset it. Now we're going to drive down the crazy long road, and I think that'll be about the last thing we do, actually, because I think I've shown most there is to show by now, except for another ghost city, which we'll be seeing real soon. So right here we're going 180, kind of keep it steady. Good. Keep going. We're going to fly. This is going to land hard no matter what I do. So, ooh. Good. Just going to fly it. You can see there was actually a little sign that says which way goes where, but I didn't get to read it because I was too busy flying. And now you see here's a ghost city. There's nothing. Nothing at all. There's some floating roads even. Ghost roads. Everything's ghostly today, isn't it? Ghost this, ghost that. Ghost everything. But continuing along this really, really long road, you can just see some of the stuff around it. I mean, I'm kind of sad that the really long road does not have buildings surrounding it, to be honest. It kind of sucks. But what you gonna do about it, you know? Here we go. Fly, fly, fly. Goodbye, car. Oh, we can watch it. Okay, goodbye now. I don't feel like watching you. There's another billboard over here that I never saw. At least it appears to be a billboard. What does it say? What does it say? What does it say? This could be you. For your chance to win, text I like death to 888 while driving. And apparently it stopped moving the second I got near it. I saw it moving when I was far away. That's weird. Maybe because the car itself is too far? Oh, physics froze because the car crashed too hard. Neat. Alright. Now we're done. Probably. I think we are. Let me try one thing. Go to the map editor. Apparently that crashed the game, so maybe I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to try it again anyways. So what I wanted to do is actually just make the camera speed to go to really, really high and just kind of fly around the place so you can see just how big it actually is and how many buildings there were. And then the game crashed and now I kind of lost my train of thought, but yeah, that was what I was going to do, so here we go. And apparently there's a lighthouse I didn't even notice existed until right now. Like, this map is big enough where I'm still finding things all the time. So like, boom, a lighthouse. I don't know if I would ever noticed it unless I was flying right now. So there it is, a little cute lighthouse. Nothing inside of it though. Again, we got that industrial area. Just flying through. We got some buildings that are floating because reasons. They float now. Yeah, they don't ask. They just float, okay? Over here we have an area that's kind of similar to the little suburb, but it's all those roundhouses. Don't know exactly what it's supposed to be, but it's there. There's even a port. What? See, I didn't actually explore that much. There's a port over here, which you could drive on, of course. You could drive on all these. There's a road that goes over the water, which I saw before, and I didn't get to see in the video, which is cool. Again, another ghost city, unfortunately. Some more crazy roads like that one. Where you just fly, bouncing all over the place. You got a sign right here that tells you which way to go. I like that it just says, place that looks just like where you were, the last place you were at. And these ones actually have names. So that's that area. Got another kind of ghost city-ish. Then a main city, a full city, whatever you want to call it, city. But I think that gives you a good idea of what everything's like. Again, floating roads. I think I mentioned the floating roads, right? So till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.